you apply, we connect with energy, right? We know ourselves as energy beings, that we are spiritual beings having a physical experience, right? So we've heard all the lines, all the cliches, but we want to live it. We want to be in community with people that say, yes to this, but also want to own it. We get that sometimes, right? We want to own it and be it. So this is the time we pull in the directions, we recognize energies around us, and at the turn of seasons is this greatest energy of all, right? Is the energy of all that's going around us on the planet and where we live, right? So where we live, we see a difference. We notice a difference in the temperature. Anybody? You know, what's happening? You get a fire under you. This is the season. It's the direction to the south for us. It is the energy of the fire. It is pulling us. Every season changes us. We need to change. We need to continue to grow. We cannot remain stagnant. This is what's happened to many of our major traditions, right? They had beautiful leaders that came in, and then we concretized it and became stagnant. We cannot remain stagnant. We need to shift. We need to move. We need to see what the universe is telling us to do. And we need to be open to that. We need to open our hearts. We talk about heart-to-heart connections with each other, because some of the places that we close ourselves down the most is other people, right? With other people, we're like, where do we fit in? And what are they thinking of me? You know, what am I wearing? What are they wearing? What do they have? What do I have? We all these different comparisons, and our hearts are just built around these blocks around us, and there is no heart-to-heart connection. So when we come here, we talk about things like have a passion, you know, really get yourself out and just go for it. Because if you know anybody who has a passion for anything, they just go for it, right? They just go for it, and it's beautiful to watch. In fact, everybody just wants to come along with them because it is so exciting to be in that. So today we sang about that, having that passion to go in. But while you go off on your passion, you've got to remember you cannot go alone. We are never in this alone. We are never in this alone. We can feel lonely. We can get caught up in the box that we put around our own hearts and our own lives. But that doesn't change the truth. Always imperfectly loved. Perfectly loved. You know, we have beautiful sunflowers up on here, but if you want to come up and take a look, you might see a little tear in one of the petals, or you might see something else, those imperfections of the flower, and be like, ah, it's beautiful, what are you talking about? But you'll do it to yourself. One little thing, you misstep or you do, you tear yourself apart. There's no beauty anymore. We forget. We forget that essence, that life that has been brought up, that is constantly given to us. And right now it's limited for this plant in the pot. But when our reading today talks about the fire in the earth, it's an ancient Hindu tradition talking about that fire in the earth. When we talk about the summer, the sun is at its highest, but there is always a fire in the earth. You go down deep into the earth is a ball of fire. You go down deep into you are the fire. You are the fire of your life. If you want passion in your life, if you want joy in your life, if you want goodness in your life, you need to go to the fire within you, and you need to draw it out. You need to not be afraid to offer it, and you can't be afraid that anybody else is going to drain you or take from you, because then you forgot to channel your fire to the true fire that is. So making these connections are so important, and this time of year is to remember that. And that's why, again, I brought out Marianne Williamson's great quote about what is our fear, why we don't do this. That challenging all of us. We are so stuck in our own stories and ideas of victimhood. And unless we move out of them, we cannot be what we are meant to be. Now, it's not going to mean that we're not going to be perfectly loved, but we're not going to experience it. We're going to feel it. We're going to find whoever will listen to us complaining about, oh, poor me, I'm different. Terminally unique. Our greatest fear is not that we are inadequate. We all know the story of the imperfections in the petals on the flower. We all know that. We all know that we miss that. We all know that. And we give it. So it's not really our greatest fear. Our greatest fear is that we are powerful. What if I stepped out in my true power? It wasn't enough. Or it'd be put down. Or it'd be made fun of. Or it'd be weird. I love that. I'm so weird. I love being weird. So. But I'll get all out. That's it. Yes. Oh, still love to be weird, raise your hand. Yay! All right! Sunshine on the weird. And how did that happen? Through walking in our lives, right? To not have that fear, to know that we are powerful beyond measure.
Amen. Powerful
beyond measure. And the things of our lives. And I mean, that can go another way. Yesterday, we had some sad family news. My stepmother passed away. She was married to my father for over 30 years. And it's been 30 years of semi-pure hell for me and her. Our relationship, she was the typical fairy tale stepmother in my life. I could never do anything right. I was too weird. I was not the right daughter. I got everything wrong. I didn't get the rules. I made mistakes all the time, But I wasn't afraid to love her, and I wasn't afraid to love him. Right? I wasn't afraid of doing any of that in the midst of other story that wanted to go on. And I found my own power in the midst of that. So many times we fall victim to, what's the matter? They don't like me. It's like, people don't have to like you for you to love them. People do not need to behave well for you to love them. Right? That does not mean there are consequences in life, right? That does not mean we become doormats. That does not mean that we put ourselves in dangerous situations. But we keep our hearts open. Because the only way that we can be powerful beyond measure is to know who we walk with and how we walk, and that power and that passion that we can connect to and be with in our lives. No matter what. No matter what. No matter what. Now, I can come up here and I can tell you stories that will probably rock your socks of behavior of other people, of situations that said, you're justified. This person is a such and such. What do we gain in that? No, right? Worse than not gaining anything. We lose our power. We lose our power. We lose the purity. We lose the beauty. We lose strength. We lose the ability to be not only the best that we can be, we lose what our reading said today, is that we lose the ability to lift others up. In fact, we start collecting a group of people who are all stuck in victim. And then what does that ripple go out into the world? Is there any coincidence that we see what we see in the world? But I'm telling you here today, as we speak of all the things that we're seeing in major media about what's happening in the world, I'll tell you now, there there is just as much, if not more, amazing stuff happening in this world right now.
Yes.
Healings that are going on through traditions and people coming together. People are saying yes to allowing people to be who they are. People are being good to each other. People are helping each other. People are being fed. People are being healed. There is so much good that is going on right here, right now in this world.
Amen.
Choose to see it. Choose to be it. This is the season for it. Draw up that fire. When I said the goddess is alive and magic is afoot, I meant it. She gave you that power and that passion, and it is in you, and it is waiting to be sung out, to be stood up for, to be spoken out, to be written about, to be doing all the different ways that we do it, even just in the smiles and going into the grocery stores, the places where we frequent, and going there with a happy heart, being willing to tell the best story you can tell about that day, to be able to draw that light out of another human being in everything that you do. It matters. It matters. This is the season where everyone's going, oh, all these things are happening, all these concerts are going on, and all these different activities and fairs and everything that's going on. And oh, do I have friends to go with me? Oh, what am I doing? Oh, I'm missing out on it. Just go. Just go. Get out, walk, and make it your mission to share light, to share love, to share a smile. To be in your heart and open your heart to others. What a world. What a life. What a purpose. Make it a passion. You make this a beautiful day. Make it a beautiful summer.
Amen.
So.
So